Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub. In the world of mid-sized cruisers, one name that has consistently stood the test of time is the Honda Rebel. And in 2025, Honda has doubled down on that legacy with something bolder, beefier, and downright more rebellious, the 2025 Honda CMX850 Rebel. A bike that doesn't just build on the Rebel tradition but elevates it to a whole new level. It doesn't try to chase trends. Instead, it carves its own path, blending classic cruiser attitude with modern muscle and refinement. Whether you're new to the cruiser world or a veteran with thousands of miles under your belt, the CMX850 Rebel demands your attention, not with flashy gimmicks, but with pure mechanical charisma. Right from the ignition click, the 2025 Rebel 850 speaks in a deep, burbling tone that hints at the engine's character. Honda has outfitted this machine with an 850 cubic centimeters parallel twin, liquid-cooled power plant, based on the same platform as the Africa Twin but tuned specifically for the low-end grunt and torque that cruiser fans crave. What makes this mill special isn't just the raw numbers, it produces around 75 horsepower and a muscular 72 Nm of torque, but how it delivers that power. The throttle response is incredibly linear, encouraging smooth roll-ons in city traffic and strong pulls on the open road. It's got enough shove in the low and mid-range to make gear shifts almost optional in some situations. The fueling is precise, with no hiccups or surges, making the bike feel refined and mature, yet playful when provoked. Honda's DCT dual-clutch transmission is available as an option for the CMX850 Rebel in 2025, and it continues to be one of the brand's technological crown jewels. For riders who prefer an automatic-like experience, the DCT offers seamless upshifts and downshifts with no clutch lever or gear pedal to think about. Yet, for those who still want control, there are manual trigger-style shifters on the left grip. It's the best of both worlds, particularly in urban environments where constant clutch work can be a chore. Of course, Honda hasn't forgotten about traditionalists either. A standard 6-speed manual transmission is also available, featuring smooth gear transitions and a nicely weighted clutch, making the 850 equally appealing to purists. One of the standout characteristics of the CMX850 is how well it handles for a cruiser. Most bikes in this segment feel heavy, somewhat lumbering at low speeds, and only come into their own on the highway. Not the case here. The Rebel 850 maintains a svelte feel, thanks in part to its well-balanced chassis and low center of gravity. At 227 kilograms, about 500 pounds, wet, it strikes a sweet spot. Not too light to feel flimsy on the highway, and not too heavy to be intimidating in town. The frame geometry encourages nimble low-speed maneuvers while still feeling planted and solid in sweeping corners. Suspension duties are handled by a 43mm telescopic fork up front and twin Showa shocks at the rear, tuned for comfort with just the right amount of firmness. It's cruiser plush, yes, but not wallowy. On bumpy roads, the suspension eats up imperfections without transferring jolts to the rider's spine. Even when pushed a bit through twisty backroads, the Rebel 850 holds its line confidently, defying the expectations people often associate with cruiser handling. Honda has truly managed to engineer a bike that feels stable without becoming dull, and responsive without being twitchy. Braking, too, has seen an upgrade for 2025. The CMX850 comes equipped with a twin front disc setup, something many riders had long requested in the Rebel series. This provides significantly better stopping power than the single-disc units of its smaller siblings. At the rear, there's a solid single disc as well. ABS comes standard and works unobtrusively, only kicking in when truly necessary. The lever feel is progressive, and there's a sense of control and confidence every time you squeeze the brakes. But beyond just the mechanicals, the CMX850 Rebel wins big in design. One look at the bike, and you can see Honda wasn't messing around. It retains the minimalist, bobber-inspired silhouette the Rebel series is known for, but now with a sharper, more muscular edge. The tank is still that signature teardrop shape, but it's larger now, giving the bike more presence and improving its highway range. The LED lighting system is complete: headlamp, indicators, and taillight, all crisp, clean, and striking, with a distinct round headlight that blends retro charm with modern aggression. The riding position is pure cruiser, feet forward, hands slightly raised, and spine upright. It's a posture that encourages all-day comfort without sacrificing control. The seat, redesigned for 2025, is plush and well sculpted, offering support for longer rides. The pillion pad is still small, but Honda offers an optional touring seat and backrest for two-up comfort. And the ergonomics are spot on. Bars are within easy reach, controls are intuitive, and there's a genuine sense of sit-in rather than sit-on when you're aboard. Instrumentation is handled via a modern LCD digital display, mounted centrally and clearly visible even in direct sunlight. It shows gear position, fuel gauge, tachometer, speedometer, and trip functions. There's also a USB-C charging port discreetly hidden near the tank, perfect for topping off devices on the go. It's not over the top with tech, but what's there is well integrated and thoughtful, classic Honda. Customization has always been part of the Rebel DNA, and the CMX850 takes that ethos seriously. Honda offers a wide range of factory accessories including saddlebags, engine guards, different seat options, a tall windscreen, and even blacked-out finishes for various parts. Whether you're into long-distance cruising or stripped-down urban style, the platform invites you to make it your own. Sound-wise, the Rebel 850 has matured as well. That parallel twin thump is deeper now, richer, and surprisingly satisfying even with the stock exhaust. It rumbles at idle and barks with a bit of fury when opened up. It's not obnoxiously loud, but it's got enough character to draw smiles when you crack the throttle. And should you want more volume or tone, Honda-approved aftermarket slip-ons are available too. Fuel economy, considering the engine size and performance, is respectable. Riders can expect around 50 miles per gallon in mixed conditions, which translates to real-world touring capability. With its larger 4.2-gallon tank, the CMX850 offers over 200 miles of range per fill-up. More than enough for weekend rides or cross-state adventures without constantly hunting for fuel stations. Now, let's talk numbers. The 2025 Honda CMX850 Rebel is priced starting around $9,799 for the base manual version. The DCT variant comes in a little higher at about $10,699. That puts it in direct competition with bikes like the Yamaha Bolt R-Spec and even the Indian Scout Rogue. But what Honda offers here is a cruiser that's not just about show or brute force. It's about balance, reliability, ease of use, and long-term quality. Factor in Honda's reputation for bulletproof engineering and low maintenance costs, and the Rebel 850 quickly starts to look like one of the best deals in its class. So what makes the CMX850 Rebel truly stand out in 2025? It's that it doesn't compromise. It's a bike that looks custom-built out of the box but rides like a refined modern machine. It brings big bike feel without big bike intimidation. It's a motorcycle that invites newer riders to grow into it while still offering enough power and road presence to keep seasoned bikers engaged. It manages to feel raw and mechanical, yet polished and intelligent, rare in this segment. At the end of the day, the 2025 Honda CMX850 Rebel isn't just a new chapter in the Rebel story. It's a redefinition. A bridge between the past and the future. A bike that respects where the cruiser scene came from but isn't afraid to challenge the norms. It's Honda doing what Honda does best, delivering something that makes sense, feels great, and will likely run forever. That's it for today's deep dive into the 2025 Honda CMX850 Rebel. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more in-depth, real-world motorcycle reviews, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. This is Bike Culture Hub, where passion meets the pavement. Ride safe, ride free, and we'll catch you in the next one.